Alright, welcome back to another series of videos, guys. I just want to appreciate everybody's patience. It's taken me a little while to get all these videos together and all that good stuff, but this time we're going to go over some more of the standard basics. Alright, one of the first things we're going to talk about is jewelry, okay? Because I like to wear jewelry myself, but when I'm playing instruments, I don't recommend it. So I'll go ahead and remove my rings and my bracelets, and because of the fact that my wife's filming this, I got a big frown when I mentioned taking off wedding rings, so that is between you and your beloved. But I was quietly threatened, so that will be it as far as that goes. But as a general rule, I do not recommend wearing jewelry, just because even though it's a wedding ring and it means the world to your spouse or whomever, it has a tendency to click when you're playing the instrument. And of course, today I've got the 66 Precision here, and what I'm getting at is when you're playing. Now I'm 5'3", I'm not really tall, so sometimes my span of the fingers tends to leave my ring finger all the way against the fretboard. As you can see, my ring is actually touching the fretboard, and as I pull off, you can hear a little bit of that metal sound. And if you're recording or you're doing whatever, you're playing live with your band, I mean, this is something that you just ought to be aware of. Be careful about jewelry, and more importantly, don't get beat up by a spouse. But alright, so having said that, we're going to talk about warming up. Right? What we're going to do is we're going to take our fingers, and as we've counted last time, we count our fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I tell you take 1 and 3 to your thumb, you're going to do like so. Okay? You're going to take your first finger and your third finger, and you're going to hook them behind your thumb. And then you're going to swap. You're going to go to 2 and 4. Now that may look easy to start with, but it does take some practice. You have to spend quite a bit of time learning to do this particular technique. But once you learn it, you can get to where you can do it while you're driving, while you're walking, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the main thing is that you do warm up your hands, because just like any athlete, you can't just go into that Olympic performance. You have to warm up prior to. And if you fail to warm up, don't be surprised if you make simple mistakes during your practice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over a simple exercise, simple-ish, but we're going to take and start our first finger on a G note, and then we're going to go third to D, and then G sharp, D sharp. So we're going to go, alright? And then we're going to take our ring finger, and we're going to go from A to C, and then A sharp to C sharp. So we're just going to do that through a couple of times, both continuously. Okay, you kind of get the feel for what it is that I'm talking about. Once you're comfortable with it, try some string leaping. And what I mean by that is jump up to your G. This is an octave. G. Okay? So you're going to go G, G, G sharp, A, F, A sharp, F sharp. Alright? So we're going to go. Do this through a few times while you're learning to, or you're warming up. That way you can be much more comfortable when you sit down to play. And when you do it up and down. And so basically, now that we're there, we're going to go all the way up to this high G string, and we're going to hit this G, and then we're going to go all the way up to the C right here. We know that's a C because this is an octave. So we're gonna go. Take some practice. Now, if you will learn to do those things, now again, discuss with your significant others how it is they feel about you not wearing jewelry, and handle that on your own. That's up to you guys. So I can't handle, I can't answer your spousal questions, but any musicianship questions you might have. Speaking of musicianship, there's more to musicianship than playing in a speed metal band or a rock band or whatever. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open your mind to music. Say, I don't know, my favorite band, Collective Soul. Alright, so I would take, and if I were trying to play in a band that covered a lot of Collective Soul songs, I would suggest totally swapping and going with something that is totally opposite of Collective Soul. Maybe go and learn something by, I don't know, Anthrax or Metallica, or even something all the way to the other end, like Arlo Guthrie, or a Johnny Cash song, and just kind of see where it takes you. And what I'm getting at is that it's good not to lock yourself into one particular style. You may play a particular style, but you can't let that be your only influence, because if so, you quickly enter into a situation where you have no more options. So that's going to go ahead and conclude this video. Alright? I hope to see you guys soon on the next one. God bless. I'm Chris Farrell.